understand what it meant, and then we settled on acceptance. Because here's the reality. Okay, first, it's patently absurd to say that one restaurant is the best restaurant in the world. What that list acknowledges is the restaurant that's having the greatest impact on the world of restaurants at any given time. We deserved to be on the list. Our restaurant was excellent. Our food was innovative and delicious. Our service was as close to technically perfect as possible. Our dining room was one of the most beautiful out there. But at the end of the day, with a bit of reflection, it was pretty clear to us that we hadn't done anything that impactful. My dad gave me this paperweight when I was a kid. It said, "What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail?" He always encouraged me to answer that question honestly, saying that far too many people won't, for fear that if they do and don't achieve whatever the answer is, they'll let themselves and those around them down. But he would always go on to say that if you don't have the confidence and conviction to say your most audacious goal out loud, it's very unlikely that you'll ever achieve it. And so that night, on a cocktail napkin with admittedly imperfect handwriting, given how much of the whiskey we'd had, I wrote, "We will be number one in the world." But that was only a half step, because a goal without a strategy is just a dream. We needed to know what our impact was going to be. When I looked at the chefs that had brought their restaurants to the top spot on that list before us, it was Ferran Adria from a restaurant called El Bulli, who pioneered molecular gastronomy. Then it was René Redzepi from a restaurant called Noma in Copenhagen, who pioneered the whole local foraging movement. They were unreasonable in what they served. They were unreasonable in the technique, the presentation, the plating, the training, all of it. And they focused on what needed to change in how people were eating. And that night it became very clear to me that I wanted our impact to focus on the one thing that would never change, which is the human desire to feel seen, to feel welcome, to feel a sense of belonging, to feel cared for. And I wanted to be unreasonable in pursuit of that. And so we wrote 2 more words, unreasonable hospitality. And then I passed out.